Hello, good evening. Welcome to the board game quiz. We've got a mixture of of people. Some people massive board game experts. Other people like Jeremy in there saying going for a record low tonight. Well, good luck to you. Let's hope you achieve something. We'll see what it is. A very good evening. Hope you had a nice weekend, whatever you've been up to. Welcome to the Board Game Club. Ready for our big themed quiz of the week, which, as voted for by you on Thursday, is our board game theme. So, plenty of board games already surrounding us here, so hopefully you recognise some of them, because questions might well come up about those on the screen right now. Of course, you do get yourself a shout out through the quiz, so make sure you join in the chat, and I will let you know exactly how many points that shout out is worth in a moment's time as well. Who are we saying hello to? Well, I've already said hello to Jeremy and Mary in Bristol. Good evening to Sophie and Tom. Evening to Rachel. Evening to Michelle, Alice and Samuel. Evening to Grandma. Evening to Bubba and Grandad. Evening to the Wests. Evening to Neve and Ollie. Martin Hyman and the Manchester crew. Daniel and Adrian. Uncle Howard. I'm sure there are more, and I'll get to them after question number 1. Here we go. What is the most widely played and recognised board game in the world? What is the most widely played and recognised board game in the world? That's question number 1. Evening, Claire. Hope you had a nice weekend. Evening, Emma and Josh. Hope you're enjoying your nice sweet treats. I've been enjoying mine. Frothy coffee's out. That's in the West household, of course. Can't do a quiz without the coffee. Question number 2. Which company invented Monopoly, and which company now produces it? So 2 points, because it's 2 different answers. Which company invented Monopoly, and which company now produces it? Evening, Judith and Stephen. I was just scrolling up to the top. Evening, Caroline. The very first comment of the day. Straight in with Caroline. And Martin has been playing board games all weekend. He's on to his 10th. Just finished his 10th board game of the weekend. My goodness. My goodness. Next one, number 3. Who are the suspects in Cluedo? You get 1 point for each. Who are the suspects in Cluedo? I need to count how many points this quiz is, but it's a lot of points, I'm pretty sure of it. We've got a few multiple point questions. Who are the suspects in Cluedo is question number 3. You get 1 point for each. Uncle Howard asking is I was going to say, is I wearing a wig? But of course that would be grammatically appalling. Is Daniel wearing a wig? No. I got rid of a lot of it today. I'd had enough of it. And I thought maybe it was causing hay fever. Not causing, but attracting. Maybe pollen was seeing my hair and thinking, oh, I'll have a little bit of fun in there. I'll spend a day. And I thought, oh no, that's not very good. I don't know if you can see, but my eyes are about 6 times the size and puffy as pufferfish. But I thought maybe get rid of this, get rid of that. Not give it a chance to settle. Here we go. Question number 4. What colour are the 8 triple word score squares on a Scrabble board? There are 8 of them. They're all the same colour. Triple word score. What colour? Danielle, yes, traditional Cluedo suspects. Everything in this game tonight is traditional, unless I specifically say otherwise. So always go with the traditional answer, unless I say otherwise. Barney, good evening. And of course evening Steve as well. And evening Jane. Uncle Howard giving the thumbs up of approval for the old hairdo. Thank you very much. I went closer than I've ever gone before. I even cut myself on my ear. It's a commitment to the cause. Question number 5. Which game claims to be the ultimate stacking game? Which game claims to be the ultimate stacking game? See, I hazard a guess that you're doing pretty well at this quiz so far. I hope so. I hope so. You a pirate, Josh? Aha! Aha! Question number 6. Picture question. What is the name of this traditional Chinese game that seems to take over cruise ships during a transatlantic crossing? What is the name of this traditional Chinese game? And apparently as soon as you've lost one of the pieces, it's a useless set. And we were notorious for having sets that were one piece wrong. Oi, oi, oi. Shave it all off? That's what Josh says to do. One day. Next one, next picture. What game are these cards a part of? What game are these cards a part of? We're actually going to play a game as our next question. So if you've ever played the game Codenames, you'll recognise this. Here you go, Codenames. So you need to identify the correct cards. This is from their website. So this is genuine. We're playing genuine Codenames here. You need to find the 3 cards that relate to the clue tennis. 3 cards relate to the clue tennis. Can you identify them all? One of Caitlin's favourite Nintendo DS games was called 42 All-Time Classics, and it was a load of board and card games, and now she's trying to remember them all. I had a Game Boy Advance once upon a time. I found it quite hard to see the screen though, because it was a bit reflective. I only had a Harry Potter game. Question number 9. Can you identify the game by these dice? Can you identify the game by these dice? Uncle Howard, there's a question coming up for you. It's on the way. Question number 10. Can you identify this game from the game board? Can you identify the game from the board? Alright, let's go on to number 11. Here we go. Which letters earn the most points in a game of Scrabble, and how many points do they earn? Which letters earn the most points in a game of Scrabble, and how many points do they earn? You get 1 point for each part of the information here. So far, Martin has played every single game we've discussed. He's played it this weekend. You must have a lot of board games ready. I sense you've got a whole shelf and it's neatly organised. I see it either it's in alphabetical order, or it's by colour of the box. That's how I see it. Or it's by size of the box. And you've got beautiful, neat pyramids of board game boxes. That's what I'm seeing in my head now. I'm seeing a library of board games. Has anybody been to the Board Game Cafe? There are a few of them now. I've never been, but I've seen pictures. Question number 12. Which game has the slogan, "The game that ties you up in knots"? Which game has the slogan, "The game that ties you up in knots"? Danielle is advising us not to believe a word that Martin says. Fair enough. So I'm very trusting. I take anybody at their whatever they say must be true. Question number 13. In the last 100 years, which country has won the World Chess Championship the most? In the last 100 years, which country has won the World Chess Championship the most? Grandma's pleased with the Scrabble question. There's another Scrabble question on the way. We do like Scrabble. Do you notice I had to take the numbers off of the letters just below? If you notice at the beginning of the video, the numbers were there for those letters, but as soon as we got into question mode, they had to go, just in case. There's a few things with that slogan. Oh well, I look forward to reading the whole list. I wonder what's on the list. Question number 14. What were the original 6 Monopoly pieces? So you get 6 points here. What were the original 6 Monopoly pieces? Back in, what, 1930 something? I think it was around 1935, I think. Yes, my sister Sophie has 1 silver badge and 2 bronze badges for chess. If you add the 2 bronze badges together, I'm sure they equal a gold. I didn't get any chess badges. Not even the Cubs one. Maybe I did get the Cubs one. I feel like I would have got the Cubs one. Question number 15. What game can be summed up as decoding, code pegs, and key pegs? If you have to sum up a game in just 3 little things, what game is this? Decoding, code pegs, and key pegs. It's a good game. I really like this game. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. You're absolutely right, Caitlin. You can scroll back through the quiz, yeah. It wouldn't help you. Or would it? Question number 16. Serpents and Stairs is a synonym of which English board game? Serpents and Stairs is a synonym for which English board game? Uncle Howard, this is your question. Question number 17. Can you name the 3 yellow locations in the UK version of Monopoly? So the UK version is the version, it's the traditional version. Can you name the 3 yellow locations in the original UK version of Monopoly? I'm seeing clues going around in the comments here. Question number 18. What board game is ranked number 1 by the Board Game Geek website? So it's a big forum, Board Game Geek. I learned a lot about this website and Board Game Geeks themselves. They create lists of their favourite board games. Some of them create lists of every board game they've ever played in their entire life, and then they rank them, and they tell you how many times that they've played that exact board game in their whole life. It's quite insightful. I didn't sign up for membership, but it was interesting enough to read. I got inspiration. Though I have to be honest, don't go now because obviously we're playing the quiz, but if you go afterwards, I promise you will not have heard of any of the board games they're talking about. It's bizarre. There are so many board games with such weird names. None of them seem to talk about Monopoly or Scrabble. They don't seem to know it exists. Number 19. Which game involves 5 dice and a cup? Which board? It's not technically a board game, it's more of a table game. Which game involves 5 dice and a cup? Oh yes, Claire, you're absolutely right. That is why they're geeks. Caroline, nothing has given me more pleasure than the Board Game Geek website. Yeah, I can see why I'm not a member of these forums. Number 20. What were the original Trivial Pursuit categories? You get 1 point for each of these that you can remember as well. The original Trivial Pursuit categories when it first came out. 21 coming up. Hope you're ready. Here you go, it's some pictures again. Name the game from the board. Can you name the game from its board? Very pretty board, very colourful. No idea how to play. Caitlin, we also played this game on a holiday once. I feel that that's where I learned it. Though I feel like we don't call it the official name. I think we have a different name for it. The answer in the quiz is the official name, but I don't think that's what we called it when we played it on holiday. Question number 22. From the close-ups, there are 3 pictures here. From the close-ups, what are these 3 board games? So you've got the one at the top left is the map with some dice. It looks like some plastic army figurines maybe. And then on the right you've got, what are they, hexagons I think? Yeah, hexagons with numbered discs on them and some wooden blocks around them. And then on the bottom you've got a grid board with some, well, they look like what are those chocolates called? M&Ms. Yeah, they're black and white M&Ms, aren't they? Question number 23. What game do these pieces belong to? What game is this? What game do these pieces belong to? This is a game that I don't think I've ever played in my life. I can't remember a time I've ever played it. Question number 24. I have played this one. Which board game features these monsters? Which board game features these monsters? It's not a violent game. It's not a violent game. It's a fun game, actually. It's fun. Monstrously fun. Question number 25. What's the name of this board game? Now, I'm sure I would have played this at some point, but I certainly haven't played it for a little while. What is the name of this board game? Question number 26. What is the adults only version of the card game Apples to Apples? What is the adults only version of the card game Apples to Apples? Now, I hazard a guess that some of you would have heard of the adults only version without even knowing about Apples to Apples. But I found out about it the other way around. So what is the adults only version of the card game Apples to Apples? Chairman of the board. Very good, Uncle Howard. Question 27. What do these games have in common? So we've got 3 games here. Tell me what they have in common. Sheriff of Nottingham, Werewolf, and Mafia. Sheriff of Nottingham, Werewolf, and Mafia. I really like... I've never played Mafia, but I have played the other 2. I really like both of the other 2. I bought Sheriff of Nottingham as a present. I bought Sheriff of Nottingham as a present for my mum, who I thought would really enjoy it, and she didn't. She didn't see it as a present for her. Apparently, I bought her a present for me, which is just an insult. And we've only played it a couple of times in, 2 years of having it. Caroline, pop it down. It might be the answer. You never know. It might be the answer. Question number 28. Can you name all of the pieces on a chessboard? Can you name all of the pieces on a chessboard? Of course, you get a point for each, so pop them all down. Caitlin liked the games. Excellent. Oh, well, I know who I can play them with then. They're so great. You need a good number of people around to make it a good game, but she played it at Guides. Oh. Yeah, they're great games. I love them. Next one, number 29, penultimate question. Which of the colours of the rainbow would get you the highest score in Scrabble? Ooh. Which of the colours of the rainbow would get you the highest score in a game of Scrabble? Ooh, that's a tough one. Would you like a bonus point on this one? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a bonus point. How many points? How many points? I'm going to add that in. That's a bonus point for you. So, which of the colours of the rainbow would get you the highest score in Scrabble? Plus, how many points would it get you? And the final question. Question number 30 is this one here. In which game is the aim to sink all 5 of your opponent's ships? In which game is the aim to sink all 5 of your opponent's ships? That is question number 30. Of course, if your opponent is Costa, then they might well give you a helping hand. Just a moment more. And then we will start to go through the answers. Lots of points, lots of points. I still haven't tallied them up as a total, but I can see already that there are plenty of points to play for by the number of multiple point questions. Here we go then, let's start to go through, starting as we did with the questions with number 1. What is the most widely played and recognised board game in the world? It's an oldie, it's an absolute classic, it's medieval if not ancient. It is chess! Chess! There you go. Number 2. Which company invented Monopoly and which company now produces it? So the company that invented Monopoly was the Parker Brothers, but they don't exist anymore. The company that now produces it is Hasbro Gaming. So you've got Parker Brothers and Hasbro Gaming. 1 point for each of those. 1 point each. That joke was below deck. Very good, very good. Question number 3. Who are the suspects in Cluedo? There are 6 suspects, so a total of 6 points here if you manage to successfully get all 6. Let's have a look. What are they? You've got Colonel Mustard, Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum, Reverend Green, Mrs. White, and Mrs. Peacock. Hopefully you got all 6. If you did, you get 6 points. I'll run through them again. Colonel Mustard, Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum, Reverend Green, Mrs. White, and Mrs. Peacock. 6 points. Number 4. What colour are the 8 triple word score squares on a Scrabble board? What colour are they? It's a very clumsy worded question, isn't it? I've tripped over that every single time I've tried to read it. I should have phrased that differently. The colour, though, which is the only bit that we're really interested in, is dark red. Dark red. If you just put red, I'm afraid you can only take half a point, because there are light red ones as well. So dark red is the answer. Number 5. Which game claims to be the ultimate stacking game? The ultimate stacking game is Jenga! Jenga! There you go, love Jenga. We used to do giant Jenga on the ships, on the pool deck. And we have giant Jenga in the garden here. It's in a box. We've not played it since lockdown started, but it's there. Number 6. Oh, brings shivers, this one. Ooh. What is the name of this traditional Chinese game where it is so easy to lose a piece? This is called Mahjong. Mahjong. M-A-H-J-O-N-G-G. Mahjong. Number 7. These cards, what game are they a part of? I enjoyed this game. Some people don't like it. I don't know. I think it's brilliant. Uno. Uno. Really enjoy Uno. Number 8, code names. Can you identify the correct cards? Your clue was tennis. The words there on the screen: America, king, court, figure, Europe, table, racket, lawyer and teacher. I think nice and straightforward. It's a really good game, this one. This is court, racket and table. Court, racket and table. And of course you do get 3 points for identifying the correct one. So take as many points as you can, please. Next one, question number 9. Can you identify the game by these dice? This is Boggle. Boggle. I think we've got it somewhere, but I can't remember playing it for a very long time. Question number 10. Can you identify the game from this board? This game is Operation. Operation. It was an electronic board which beeped if you touched the sides. I don't think I ever had it, but I do remember playing it. Number 11. Which letters earn the most points in a game of Scrabble, and how many points are there? So this is a 3-point question. So you've got 2 letters, and they're on the top number of points. The 2 letters are Q and Z. Q and Z get you the most points in a game of Scrabble, and the number of points, 10. So Q, Z, and 10 points. Neve's version of Operation used to buzz even when it wasn't being played. Oh dear. Which game has the slogan, the game that ties you up in knots? Which game has the slogan, the game that ties you up in knots? Now, Daniel says he has a list, a whole list of different options of games. Oh gosh, I think the hay fever is going to get me in this quiz. The answer is Twister. Twister. It's a board game. Oh, sorry. It's a very big board game. So big that you couldn't fit it in most rooms without moving the furniture. Oh, yeah. Question number 13. This must be the most unpleasant quiz to watch. I'm so sorry. Question number 13. In the last 100 years, which country has won the World Chess Championship the most? And the answer to that is the USSR, or Russia. We will allow either answer. The USSR, technically speaking, has won it the most. Number 14. What were the original 6 Monopoly pieces? Most of them aren't in the game anymore, if you still buy it. The original 6 Monopoly pieces. Something that I learned, by the way, in my trawling through the Board Game Geek website, is that Monopoly do a vote. I can't remember if it was annually or every time they decide to re-energise the game. And the geeks vote on which they want to chuck out, or which they want to bring in as the new one. Very exciting to be a geek in this board game world. And the original 6 were a top hat, a thimble, an iron, a shoe, a battleship, and a cannon. So there you go, top hat, thimble, iron, shoe, battleship, and cannon. And would you like a little bit of interesting trivia from the geeks? The battleship and the cannon were taken from another game that Parker Brothers had made, but had flopped, and so they had a load of pieces left over, and so they used them as play pieces for this. Very interesting. Question number 15. What game can be summed up as decoding code pegs and key pegs? I think this is a brilliant game. Really good game. It's called Mastermind. Mastermind. We used to really enjoy playing that one. We've still got it somewhere. There you go. Mastermind. Number 16. Serpents and Stairs is a synonym for which English board game? It is, of course, Snakes and Ladders. Snakes and Ladders. Number 17. Can you name the 3 yellow locations in the UK version of Monopoly? Can you name the 3 yellow locations in the UK version of Monopoly? The answer to that is Leicester Square, Coventry Street, and Piccadilly. Leicester Square, Coventry Street, and Piccadilly. Quite a tricky question, actually. Number 18. Here we go, the Board Game Geeks. What board game is ranked number 1 by the Board Game Geek website? I'm going to say now, before you even give us your answers, if you know this, we're going to have words. Because unless you are a Board Game Geek, a signed up member of this forum, I've never heard of this game before. Never heard of it. I don't know, it must be a phenomenal game. It must be really difficult to play actually, because the geeks love it. It's called Gloomhaven. Ever heard of it? Gloomhaven? Probably not. I'd never heard of it. Didn't interest me. I did have a look at it. Doesn't look like my sort of thing. Gloomhaven. Number 19. Which game involves 5 dice and a cup? 5 dice and a cup. It comes in the big compendiums of the best games. Oh, you've good guesses though. I like your guesses, by the way. The answer is Yahtzee. Yahtzee, Yahtzee. But I don't think we called it Yahtzee when we played it. But anyway, that's what it's called. Oh yeah, I need to work out the points for the bonus, Martin. Quite right. I will get on that. Question number 20. What were the original Trivial Pursuit categories? Original Trivial Pursuit categories. Let's have a look. You've got geography. You've got entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, and sports and leisure. So there are 6 categories. So 6 points. Geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, and sports and leisure. Number 21. Can you name the game from its board? So you've got a game here, classic game. This one is Chinese checkers. Chinese checkers. See, Perudo seems to be another word for Yahtzee then. Perudo. I knew we called it something that wasn't Yahtzee, but there you go. Same game. 22. From these close-ups, what are the 3 board... Let's start top left. Top left, that is called... no, that's not. It's called Risk. Risk is top left. Top right is Settlers of Catan. And at the bottom is Go. So you've got Settlers of Catan, Risk, and Go. 23. What game do these playing pieces belong to? What game do these pieces belong to? It's Cluedo. Cluedo, or Clue. Some people apparently called it just Clue. 24. Which board game features these monsters? This is the King of Tokyo. King of Tokyo. It's quite a good game if you've not played it. Very simple to play, but it's a good game. Very fun. 25. I will calculate the bonus point for you. I promise. What is the name of this board game? It's Mousetrap. Mousetrap. I'm sure I would have played it at some point. Just can't remember it. Mousetrap. Question number 26. The adults version of Apples to Apples. Apples version of Apples to Apples. It's Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity. And the expansion packs are even worse. Question number 27. What do these 3 games have in common? Sheriff of Nottingham, Werewolf, and Mafia. The answer is they're all deception games. Sheriff of Nottingham, you're supposed to try and smuggle goods past the sheriff. Werewolf and Mafia, it's like a team game, but you don't know what part everybody's playing, and they're brilliant. They're really good. Mousetrap was great, apparently, and Michelle has the original. Wow. Comedians Against Humanity. Now that sounds like a very dangerous show to watch. I sense that that's probably not going to stay on TV for very much longer in the current the current climate. Comedians Against Humanity doesn't sound like it's it doesn't sound like it's got legs anymore. Number 28. Can you name all the pieces on a chessboard? Can you name all the pieces on a chessboard? Let's go through them. I'm sure you can. King, queen, rook or castle, bishop, knight, and pawn. So there you go. King, queen, rook, bishop, knight, and pawn. Well done if you got all of them. It's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points for that question. 6 points for that question. Number 29. Which of the colours of the rainbow would you get the highest score in Scrabble, and what number of points would you get? The colour is yellow. Yellow would get you the highest number of points, and the number of points is 12. 12 points for the word yellow. Oh, Martin West, well done. Yellow is absolutely the right answer. Number 30, the final one. In which game is the aim of the game to sink all 5 of your opponent's ships? And the answer to that one is battleship. Battleship. So, let me count up the number of points and I'll be able to tell you how many points your shout out was, because we like to get it to a nice round number. So here we go. I'm going to have to give you 5 points. Wow, 5 points. It was already a perfect number, so 5 points gets it to another nice number. 5 points for your shout out. So if I have given you a shout out, which I hope I have, then please give yourself 5 extra points. If I haven't yet given you a shout out and you'd like it, just jump on in the comments now and ask for one, and you get 5 extra points. Neve saying the Harry Potter version of Cards Against Humanity is scary. Oh dear. Oh, see, they do expansion packs for all different themes. I've not even seen that one. Claire's asking about Contraband. It sounds like Sheriff of Nottingham. Oh, I'll look up Contraband. I've never heard of it. And I do like Sheriff of Nottingham, though not that I can find anybody, certainly not in this house, who would agree to play with me. They don't like Sheriff of Nottingham. Smuggle also sounds like Sheriff of Nottingham. Oh, look, lots of ideas now. Contraband and Smuggle. There's a very good app version of Werewolf as well. I just wonder if you could do it virtually. I don't think it's a game that you could do virtually. Otherwise, I'd enjoy doing it virtually. Anyway, let's get the scores in. Here we go. Scores coming in. Daniel, you were right. Yeah, that was like a live maths GCSE. You seeing me doing my mental maths, counting up to quite a high number. I was quite proud of myself, even with the pressure. Watching me count. Here we go. Well done, Jeremy and Mary. Look at that. Great score. 37. 37 points. Well done. 55 for Sophie and Tom. 41 for Neve and Ollie. 47 for Jane, Steve and Barney. 48.5. Well, we know where you got that half from. 48.5 for Caroline. Well, that is a great score there. Well done. 43 for my parents, 37 for Bubba and Granda, 52 for Michelle, Samuel and Alice, 57 for the West, that's currently in the lead, look at that, 57, 30.5 for my grandma, 49.5 for Caitlin, 55 for Emma and Josh, great score. Daniel got 16 wrong. Daniel, I got to Maths GCSE, you got to a maths degree. I'm pretty sure you can do the counting. Let's see. 51 for the Hyman family in Manchester. Great score. Great score as well for Claire and Matt, also on 51. Uncle Howard got about 9-ish. Great score. Wonderful score there. Daniel's score was a total of minus 16 plus a bonus. That's way too complicated for me. 55 points for Judith and Stephen. I think the Wests have it. I think the Wests have it. I'm going to try and do the maths. So minus 16 and then plus 5. Oh, so minus 16 plus 5, that's just minus 11, right? So... Oh no, you're in second place. You're in second place, Daniel. 26 tonight for Rachel. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But we do have a conclusive win, and tonight's win is from the West. So well done again. Again, another great score. We know who enjoys the board games around here, and so congratulations to you. Crack open the champagne, enjoy the bubbly, and we're going to be back tomorrow for our next round of our regular quiz. So 20 questions. The dingbats are back. The football crests are back. And we've got all sorts of other things thrown in as well. So, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And we're going to be doing that Monday through Thursday. Thank you for playing. Have a lovely evening. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.